Good morning everyone. In this session we will learn about logic gates. So a logic gate is an electronic device which makes logic decisions. Most logic gates are 2 inputs and 1 output. At any given moment every terminal is in one of the two binary conditions, low or high, represented by different voltage levels. So these logic gates are nothing but they make logical decisions where most of the logic circuits contains 2 inputs. Okay, 2 inputs or more than 2 inputs. It can have 2 inputs or more than 2, like 3, 4 and so on. Okay, and it has a single output, whatever the inputs are, but output is always a single output. And at so and so given time, for every terminal, let it be your output or input, whatever it is, the state of that terminal, what you give, if it is an input, what you give, or the output, whatever you get, will be either 0 or 1. Okay, so it can be binary 0 or binary 1, which is also represented as low or high. So see, here he has written represented by different low voltage levels. So in whenever I say in this, we have in this next slide, we will discuss on that. Yeah, see, then the logic state of a terminal can and generally does the change often as the circuit process data. In most logic gates, the lower state is approximately 0 while the high state is approximately 5 volts. See, this is what I meant to say in the previous slide. If it is in, if you say it in binary, you it has 0 or 1. 0 means you consider it to be low, and high means you consider it to be 5 volts. Okay, so he is saying you have approximately 0. So whenever you have a low input, okay, whenever you say you have a logic 0 or low input, that means the voltage level can be considered nearly 0. Okay, it can't exactly be 0, so it depends on the TTL and CMOS circuits. You have different levels of voltages. So by that we can say it can have nearly to 0 whenever you say low, and whenever you say 5, I mean the high, binary 1, you can say the voltage levels are approximately 5 volts. Next is the logic gates are also called as switches. With the advent of integrated circuits, switches have been replaced by TTL circuit and CMOS circuit. Okay, so these days we use this CMOS circuits more. Yeah, symbolic logic uses values, variables and operations. So now we will see the different types of logic gates. These are the main the logic gates. Okay, most common logic gates used are these. These are of 3. One is basic gates, universal gates, exclusive OR gates. Okay, so first we will see what are basic gates, then later we will go with universal and exclusive OR gates. In basic gates you have 3 logic gates. One is OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate. Okay, these 3 logic gates we will study about them now. See, first is OR gate. So see, here it is written, this is OR gate. The OR gate has two or more inputs and 1 output. Then its output is true if at least 1 input is true. First thing, this is the symbol of OR gate. See, this is the symbol for your OR gate, and these are the 2 inputs given to this OR gate. Okay, the inputs can be 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, which you can take, but minimum are 2. It can't have 1 input. It always has 2 inputs. Next, this is the output of OR gate. So if you give any values here, 0, 1, 0, whatever the input values you wanted to give, when you give here, depending on that you will get an output. So now the same symbol is given here with 2 input and 1 output. Okay, this here. So if I give A and B, these are the two variables I am giving here. A can be 0 or 1, B can be 0 or 1. Okay, it depends. So when I give two inputs, I am taking two variables. Let that be A and B. For OR gate, the OR operation, whenever I apply this OR logic operation on this, the output is A plus B. Okay. So A is ORed with B. So how this works? How this works is, see here he has written, here this point, this OR gate can have two inputs or more than two inputs. Okay, but output is always 1. Yeah. Next point, this point, its output is true if at least one input is true. That means output will be equal to 1, or you can also say high, or you can also say true. Okay, all are nothing but same. If you say in the terms of voltage levels, you can say approximately equal to 5 volts. So the output is high when at least one of the input is high. Any one, let A or B, at least one input should be high. If not even one input is high, then output is equal to 0. Is that fine? So that means in this terms the output will be equal to false if either of any one input is not equal to true. So in my case, let me explain you in terms of binary 0 and 1. Okay, either it can be 0 or either it can be 1 at one time. So if I consider, see here 0 and 1, that means A is equal to, this is A and this is B. A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. This was the inputs I have given to this OR gate. So when I give 0 and 1, output will be equal to, at least just check here, according to this condition, at least one input is should be high or 1. Okay, so that means B is having 1, that means output will always be equal to 1. In this case, output, okay, these are inputs and here I am writing output, that is 1. Next case, let me give you next case here. Instead of this 0 and 1, next I will give you 1, A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. That means here A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. So whenever I give the two inputs I am giving, I just replaced A with 1 and B with 0. So even in this case, just see, either any one input should be high, only then output will be high. So in this case also the output will be high because A is equal to high. Yeah, so A is equal to high. Next, the other case. Now instead of giving this 0 and 1, I will again change inputs to 1 and 1. Okay. So here what is going to happen is, see here inputs are 1 and 1. A is equal to 1, also B is equal to 1. So what you need to see is, here any one input is 1, then output is always 1. So let A and B both are 1, that does not matter, but at least one input is 1, right? It is satisfying that condition. That means output is also equal to 1. Okay, is that fine? Now next, the other case what you can do is, instead of giving 1 and 1 to this, there is also another possibility that I can give A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. So in this case, let's see either one of the inputs should be high. Okay, in this case no input is equal to 1. That means my output won't be equal to 1, it will be equal to 0. Is that fine? So according to this statement, according to this, the OR gate is defined such that, okay, the output of OR gate is equal to 1 if only at least one input should be equal to 1. Okay, only then the output can be equal to 1. So in this case, see here one input is equal to 1, here 1 is equal to 1. In this case also both are 1, so you can consider anything. At any case, input should be equal to 1. So it is 1. So the outputs are high in all the cases. But in this case, I don't even have a single input is equal to 1. That means this will be equal to 0. Is that fine? So now in the same case, if I take 3 inputs, okay, here there is another input called C. If I take another input called C, even in this case, if you have 3 ones also, your output will be 1. If you have any 1 input and 2 zeros also, you will have 1. If you have 1 here and 2 zeros here, then also your output will be 1, and 1 here and this 0 0, you will be getting 1. So in this case, whatever the combinations are, even if you have 1 1 and 0, you will get output as 1. Even you have 1 1 and 0, you will get 1. Okay, because in any case, at least one input should be equal to 1. Only then the output will be equal to 1. Okay, so even in this case, you will be getting 0 only if you will have 3 inputs. Even see, 3 inputs as zeros, only then if I take 3 input OR gate. So only if 3 inputs are zeros, only then my output will be equal to 0, else output will always be equal to 1. Is that fine? When 3 are not equal to zeros, when 3 are not equal to 0, then that will be equal to 1. This is the case, you should remember that, the definition of OR gate. So that is what he has mentioned here. See, the OR operation may be defined as y is equal to a or b. This is called OR. Okay, in this way it is defined, where the symbol this plus indicates the OR concept. Okay, see, the addition, plus means you generally call addition as well. Addition is different from OR operation, because whenever you do addition, 0 plus 0 you will get 0, 1 plus 0 you will get 1, 0 plus 1 you will get 1, 1 plus 1 you will get 0 with carry 1. Okay, but in case of OR operation, you won't get carry or anything, you will directly get here 1. So there is a difference between addition and the binary addition and this OR operation. Okay, so don't get confused over there. This symbol is, plus symbol is used for OR operation in this logical gates. So next point is, each terminal may assume 2 possible values, either 0 or 1. Here there is a table of form. You should write a truth table for every gate. Draw the truth, first define that truth table, then draw that truth table. See, only if you draw this symbol, first write the definition of that gate, then draw the symbol. If you only draw in this way symbol, you won't get full marks. Okay, because you need to mention 2 inputs. Here you can write any different variables. Okay, it doesn't mean you should write only a and b, you can write x, y, whatever it is. But when you write for OR operation, you need to also write what is that output is equal to. If you take output is equal to y, then write y is equal to a plus b. Okay, in that way you need to mention, you need to write all these, only then you will get full marks. Yeah, and with that you should also write this truth table, which is very important. This is called truth table. Okay, this is output and this both are inputs. So the same thing what I said, when you give inputs 0 and 0, the output will be equal to 0. When you give input 0 and 1, output is equal to 1. When you give 1 and 0, output is equal to 1. When inputs are 1 and 1, output is equal to 1. So from this what can I say? At least any one of the input is equal to 1, output is always equal to 1. Okay, see, in these 3 cases, at least one input is 1. So the output is equal to 1. But here no input is 1. So output is equal to 0. So for this OR gate, you can also define in other way. Nothing but it is similar to the same definition. The first definition was at least one input should be equal to 1. Only then the output will be equal to 1. That is one definition. Other definition is when all the inputs of an OR gate are equal to 0, then output is equal to 0. Else output will be equal to 1. Okay, that means instead of mentioning all these 3, what I am trying to mention is both the input should be equal to 0, only then the output is equal to 0, else output will be equal to 1. Okay, I can define in either way. So, you should know the concept, how is it happening. Next we will learn about AND gate. Before we have seen OR gate, this is called AND gate. Okay, and for AND gate the symbol is in this way, D shape. This is output and 2 inputs. If you want 3, then you draw 3 terminals for this gate. So, the AND gate is also a basic kind of digital circuit. It has also 2 or more inputs and 1 output. So, the thing what I said. So, here we have considered 2 input NAND gate. Okay, the symbol is in this way, the D shape, then here the output, and these are both inputs. And you should also always mention the variables what you are assigning for those inputs, A, B. Here see, in OR gate the output was A plus B. Okay, A or B, that is called as OR. For this AND gate you will have A dot B. This dot is nothing but your AND operation. Okay, so this will somewhat work like a multiplication operation, but you can't say it as a multiplication. You will call it as a AND operation. So in this, how will this work? We will see. Yeah, see, in this, when I give 0 and 0, output will be equal to 0. Next, when I give 1 and 0, output will be equal to 0 again. When I give 0 and 1, output will be equal to 0. When I give 1 and 1, then output will be equal to 1. Okay, are you getting this? So by this, what does it mean? See this 3 inputs and see these 3 outputs. In this case, at least one input is equal to 0, then output is always equal to 0. Okay, if both the inputs are equal to 1, only then output is equal to 1. Is that fine? So if you consider your basic multiplication operation, 0 into something is always 0. So you can consider in that way, you can remember in that way. So this is nothing but logical. We can also call AND operation as logical multiplication, and addition operation as OR operation as logical addition. Okay, you can call in that way. You can't say directly it's addition operation, it's multiplication operation. You can call it as logical addition or logical multiplication. For AND, you will consider this logical multiplication. So by this you can define it in such a way that if either of input is equal to 0, then output is always equal to 0, else the output will be equal to 1. Okay, in this way you can define this AND gate. Here the AND operation for the output is defined as y is equal to A and B. AND means here this is dot. Okay, where this dot symbol indicates AND operation, nothing but logical multiplication. The output of AND gate is 1 only when both inputs are 1. So I said you in either way you can define this definition. Okay, if you understand the truth table properly, then you can write it on your own. So in this he has given the output of an AND gate is equal to 1 only if both the inputs are equal to 1. Okay. See, this is a truth table for this. So in this truth table, this is AND operation. Sorry, this is not OR. Here this symbol he has given wrong. This is not plus, this is dot. Okay, here this he mentioned wrong. So this is not A plus B, this is A dot B. That is for AND operation. Now in this case, see, whenever you have 0 and 0 as input, any one input is 0, then output is 0. Any one input is 0 here, output is 0. Any one input is 0 here, output is 0. In this case both were zeros. In this case A was 0, so output is 0. In this case B was 0, so output is 0. In this case both are ones, there is no 0 at all. So, that means it is equal to 1. So, even in here you can describe it in, you can write this definition it in 2 ways. Let me tell you the definition. See, the definition is what he has given in the previous slide is he has taken this. See, if both the inputs are equal to 1, then output is equal to 1, else output is equal to 0. He mentioned this. Instead of that, you can also write if any one input is equal to 0, any one input is equal to 0, only then output is equal to 0, else the output will be equal to 1. Okay, you can write it in 2 ways, but you should to write that you need to have a basic understanding of that logical operation and its truth table. So, now next you have is NOT gate. First we will see what is NOT gate, and we will see how to produce the NOT gate using this two AND gate and OR gate. See, this is NOT gate. So, this can also be called as inverter gate, nothing but it is just opposite of which, it is complementing. Okay, from 1, if you give 0, that will make it as 1. If you give 1 as input, output will be as 0. It is just inverting it or complementing it. Okay, a NOT gate is a basic gate that has one input and one output. See, before we have seen most of the gates are always have 2 inputs, minimum has 2 inputs or more than 2 inputs, but only one output. But this NOT gate, this is only gate which has only one single input and one output. Okay, it can't have 2 inputs. Yeah. So, now this NOT gate symbol is like, draw, you already know a buffer. Okay, this is buffer, front of buffer you just draw this bubble. Let me draw this clearly. Draw this, then this is the NOT gate. Okay, so if you give here 1, the output will be, it will just complement that, 1 will become 0. If you give 0, then output will be 1. Okay, it will just complement and will send at this output terminal from input. So, this is the symbol. If the variable, if you have taken A, output you will get B bar. If you give A bar, if you give input terminal as B, output you will get P bar. Okay, whatever you give, it will complement in the output terminal. Okay. So, for this truth table, how can you write? They have taken input variable as A, right? So, for this you do not have 2 inputs, you have only one input, that is A, and A bar is your output. Okay, this is your output and this is your input. Is that fine? This way. So, when you give A as 0, then output will be 1. When you give A as 1, output will be 0. This is the table of form for NOT gate. Okay. So, we will see that in this next slide. See here, NOT gate. The NOT circuit serves to invert the polarity of any input pulse applied to it. If A is the input, then output Y equals to A bar. Okay, A bar is nothing but the complement. If you make A is equal to 0 and A bar will be equal to complement of A. What is complement of A? Opposite of A, that is nothing but 1. Because A is equal to 0, A bar will be equal to 1. Okay. Next, where the bar symbol over A represents NOT or complement operation. Okay, the bar over this A represents complement or NOT operation. This is the truth table for NOT operation. As I said, when you give 0, the output will be equal to 1. When you give 1, the output will be equal to 0. Okay. So, complementing definition, you can easily write the NOT gate is nothing but whatever input you give, complement of the input, you get it as an output. Is that fine? So, now before going to other logical gates, first we will see, only we will see the NOT gate. Okay. So, we know now what is NOT gate. This NOT gate, when you give 0, you should get 1. When you give 1, you should get 0. This is you know the main definition. Now, we will just go to the OR gate once again. Yeah, so this is the OR gate. So we can, I said the NOT gate has one input and one output, whereas other gates have two inputs and one output. So from this OR gate I can produce NOT gate. So you might be confused. I mean, here you have two inputs to this gate. How can I get a NOT gate from this? Nothing but just short those two terminals. Let me draw in this truth table column. See here, this is my OR gate. Okay, here I have this OR gate operation, and these are the two variables A and B. Is that fine? So when I give this both, what I am trying to say is I can make this as NOT gate when I short this both and make it as one single input. So that means in this case one single input means I can give either 0 or 1. Only this both chances are there. That means it will take either this or this. These are the only two options it can take. Fine. So one second. Yeah, it got erased by mistake. Yeah, so yeah, this was the thing I have done. This was A and this was B for before OR gate. So I just shorted them and I have given a this single terminal. I made one single terminal. Now if you see the structure of NOT gate, you know NOT gate should have one input and one output. So see, there is one input and one output. Okay, so now that input is I can give 0 or 1. So 0 means if I give 0, here it goes 0 and also 0. In this both lines, both terminals, you will go 0. You will get 0. So I can take this 0 and 0 case. The output is 0. For OR gate I am talking about. Okay, using OR gate I am building NOT gate. Okay, the other case, instead of this 0, if I give 1, here, so this both what will be gone is 1 and 1. Is that fine? So when 1 and 1 goes inside, then this case I can take 1 and 1. Okay, so when this 1 and 1 entered inside, so the output is 1. Okay, the input I have given was 1, output is equal to 1. So this is acting like a buffer. This is not acting like a NOT gate. So I wanted this to act like a NOT gate. So this to act like a NOT gate, what can I do is I can just place a this gate here. Okay, so now here the input what I get will be equal to 1, but now here this will make this 1 into 0. Is that fine? So in this way it works. And one more, if I give here, instead of that, if I give 0 here, okay, if I give 0 as input, then here 0 and 0, the output will be 0. Okay, see, for 0 and 0 output is 0. So the output here what I get is 1. So I am giving input as 0, output I am getting as 1. So this is acting like a NOT gate. Okay, I am just trying to say you how to use this gate. If you wanted to use this gate as a NOT gate, you can also use it in this way, because it shouldn't have both the terminals. Same way you can also apply for this NAND gate. Just make this both terminals, just short this both terminals and apply according to the logic. Just look at this truth table. When you give 0 and 0, you are getting 0. When you are giving 1 and 1, you are getting 1. So by applying that, you can produce the gate. Yeah, next we will see the universal gates. Okay, see the you in under universal gates you have two, NAND and NOR gate. Before learning this, we have seen logic gates. Those were AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate. These three gates come under the basic gates. Under logic gates you have basic gates, universal gates and exclusive OR gates. So in that we have seen the basic gates. Basic gates are AND, OR and NOT. Three gates. Now under universal you have two gates, NAND and NOR. Okay. So the NAND gate is also known as universal gate because it can be used to realize all the three basic functions of OR, AND NOT gates. Okay. So the main reason I realized the NOT gate using the basic gates, generally instead of using before I have realized the NOT gate using OR gate, right. So instead of using that I can directly put a NOT gate over there, because just to use that NOT gate, why to use those two gates again. Okay. So to explain this realization I drew that. So that is like it will increase more delay by adding two gates, because in the previous I have taken one AND gate, sorry, AND or NAND, whatever it is. Yeah, I took one OR gate, then here again I added one more NOT gate. Okay, and I just short circuited I have given. So see, here I am taking these two gates. Instead of taking these two gates I can directly draw one NOT gate, that is enough, right. So but I have taken this. By doing this, what I meant to say is I am increasing the delay over here, because you have the delay for this gate and this gate also, the terminals where the input is reaching. Okay, for all this you will have some delay. So in this takes less delay, okay, less time delay compared to this, because it has two gates and it is larger compared to this, circuit is larger compared to this. So you have a more advantage by taking this. Is that fine? So now how to realize using these gates? These are called universal gates because using NAND gate and NOR gate you can realize any basic gate or any exclusive OR gates. Okay, that is the reason we call these both gates as universal gates. So just see in this, it is also called as NOT AND gate. See from where it is derived. From where this NAND gate is derived is, you have already seen what is AND gate. AND gate is this. Okay, this is your AND gate. Just by applying NOT gate in front of this, you will get NAND gate. Okay, and if you just make these two terminals as a single terminal, then this is also called as NOT gate. This complete is called NOT gate. If you make this short these two terminals and you get an output here, this is called NOT gate. We have just discussed, instead of AND here if you take OR, that will become NOT gate using OR. This is called NOT gate using AND. Okay, so now this NAND gate, how does it come is from using this AND gate, I have placed a NOT gate in front of that, then I got this NAND gate. Okay, so in this short symbol I can draw the symbol for NAND gate. There shouldn't be space between this both. Okay, this is the symbol for NAND gate. Okay, just place this NOT. Okay, just place this bubble over here, this will become NAND gate, and nothing but I am complementing whatever was the output of AND gate. If I put a NOT gate here, that will be complement. Complement means I am just placing AB whole bar. Okay, so by placing this I am complementing the output of a AND gate. In this way I got this NAND gate. So this is the symbol of NAND gate, these are the two inputs of NAND gate, and this is the output of NAND gate, AB whole bar. You have already you might be knowing AB is the output for AND gate. If you remove this N, okay, you have AND. For AND you have only AB is the output, but if you add a NOT gate front of an AND gate, then the output will be equal to complement of that output, that is AB. So here you will get AB whole bar. So in this way NAND gate is been produced. Even truth table will be opposite of AND gate. See, this is a Boolean expression for NAND gate is given by A dot B. See, here you have bar. Okay, let me erase that and draw. This is bar for this A dot B. So if it is too far from the equation, so let me write it here. See, y is equal to A dot B whole bar. This is the equation for NAND gate. Okay, so A dot B means in the AND gate you have already seen the operations in this truth table. Yeah, you have already seen the operations in this NAND gate, AND gate. In AND gate, what is the definition of AND gate means? Once try to recollect that when any one input is equal to 0, output is always equal to 1. Okay, because 0 into something is always 0. Sorry, I guess I misspelled the definition. I will repeat again. I am telling the definition for AND gate, not NAND. AND gate's definition is if any one input is 0, then output is always equal to 0. If both the inputs are equal to 1, only then output is equal to 1. This is the definition for AND gate. Okay, so for this, if any one input is 0, always output is equal to 1. Here I am complementing this output. That means all the zeros will become ones and this one will become 0. So according to this, if I take a NAND, okay, for NAND I am talking about it. So for this NAND gate, the definition what I can give is if any one input is equal to 0, output is always equal to 1. Okay, and if both the inputs are equal to 1, only then output will be equal to 0. In this way I can write the definition for NAND gate. So see, whenever you give this see, actually this is your AND gate and this is your NOT gate, where you will get a complete NAND gate. This is your complete NAND gate. Okay, so first case you are giving 0 and 0, so output you generally here you will get 0, but when you give this 0 is acting to input towards this NOT gate, so when it goes to this NOT gate, output will be 1. Okay, so this is the actual output what you are getting at NAND gate, because this complete is your NAND gate. This is your NAND gate. Okay, so if I give 0 and 0, output is 1. When I give 0 and 1, this is 0 and 1, then here the output what I get is 0, but here after passing through this NOT gate I will get 1. So this output is 1. When I give 1 and 0, output here is 0 and here output I will get is 1. Here this is done. Next, when I inputs whenever the inputs I give 1 and 1, then output will always be equal to 1 here, and when 1 is passed to NOT gate, it will complement it, it will become 0. So output is equal to 0. So in this way, when any one input is equal to 0 to this NAND gate, output is always equal to 1. When both the inputs are equal to 1, only then the output will be equal to 0. You can define it in this way. Okay, so this is all about NAND gate. So how to derive a NOT gate from a NAND gate, because using this NAND gate you can derive any gates. Okay, that is why it is called a universal. So we will see all others later, but we will just see this NOT gate how to derive. So if this was your NAND gate, by just shorting this both and giving a single input, you will get a NOT gate. We will see how. If I give 0 here, okay, if I give 0 here, see, whenever I give 0, both will be taken as zeros, that means this and this. So that means output will be equal to 1. So input I have given as 0, output I got as 1. Is that fine? But in the case of in the place of OR gate and AND gate, if I do nothing but similarly I am building this NAND and NOR gate, then I am shorting it. That is what I have done previously. So instead of taking those both gates separately, those both different ICs separately, you directly take this NAND gate IC number and you can directly build it. Okay, yeah. Next, if I give instead of 0, Now if I give 1 here, then output will be equal to, let us check what is going to happen. See, when I have given 1, that means both terminals you will be having 1, because this from here it will go here. So 1 1 1 means output is 0. So see, input I have given 1, output is equal to 0. Okay, so if input is A, output is equal to A bar. I got complement. So this is acting like a NOT gate when I short these two terminals and give input to that one terminal. Is that fine? This way you just convert it. Next I have is NOR gate. Okay, so this NOR gate is also a universal gate and is a combination of NOT and OR. Before, NAND gate was for this AND I have just placed NOT in front of AND gate, so that formed a NAND gate. Now front of OR I'll place a NOT gate again, that will become a NOR gate. So you can easily see from where these names have derived, OR and AND. For this both gates, if I place a NOT gate front of that, this is forming NOR and this is forming NAND gate. Okay, so in this way the name has been derived, NOR, not OR gate and not AND gate, in this way. Okay, so we are speaking about NOR gate now. NAND gate is finished. So for NOR gate again the same thing, take an OR gate, front of that place a NOT gate. Okay, this is one terminal and this is one terminal, A and B. This is A plus B. Actually NOR gate output is here A plus B, but when you place this NOT gate here, that will become a complement. Is that fine? So this complete is a NOR gate. Okay, and even the outputs will differ. I mean, it will be exactly opposite of this gate. Whenever you have 1 here, this will become 0. Whenever you have 0 here, this will become 1. Okay, in your truth table. So this is the symbol for this gate. Take a OR gate, instead of that NOT, just place a bubble here. This will become a NOR gate. These are the two inputs, this is the output. Use some variables, A plus B whole bar, in this way. Okay, now we will see the truth table for that. See, this is the expression for NOR gate and this is called NOR operation. Just see here, this bar, here there is a bar. Okay, this is, it is very light, you can't see. You should have a bar here. Okay, whole bar. So now this is the truth table. So generally for OR gate, let me draw this again for you. Yeah, see, when A and B are two inputs, so when you give 0 0 0 0 as two inputs, then output will be equal to generally for OR gate the output should be equal to 0, because any one input is 0, output is always equal to any one input is equal to 1, then output should always be equal to 1 or else 0, right? So when you have 0 0 0 plus 0, okay, what you will get answer as 0, but whenever it is passing through this NOT gate, this will become 1. So this is your total this NOR gate. So when you give 0 and 0, output, the main last output is 1. So this is done. Okay, but if you take an OR gate, this will be your 0 will be your output, but this is NOR gate. Okay, so next, instead of 0 0, I have given 1. If any one input is equal to 1, then output is always equal to 1 in your OR gate. But when this 1 passes through this NOT gate, output will become 0. So this is done. In the next case, instead of this 0 and 1, I am just changing the inputs. Yeah, instead of that, if I give 1 and 0, this will become again, if one input is 1, output is always 1. When this 1 is passing through this NOT gate, it will become 0. So even this is done. In the last case, see, when both the inputs are 1 and 1, here the output is always equal to 1, and when this 1 passes through NOT gate, it will become 0. Okay, so this is the output what we are writing here. If we write for an OR gate, that is different. This is the output we take, because this is the OR gate, but this is NOR gate. NOR gate means the symbol is in this way. Okay, So now according to this NOR gate, if I want to define, I can define it. If any one input is equal to 1, then output is always equal to 0, else 1. If both the inputs are equal to 0, only then the output is equal to 1, else the output is 0. So you can define it in either way. The definitions are just opposite of the OR gate. Okay, for NAND gate the definition is opposite of AND gate. Okay, these are the definitions you can write. And the same thing again, how you can just derive this NOT gate using this OR gate is, take an OR gate, sorry, this is NOR, yeah, you are deriving NOT gate from NOR. Okay, you have two inputs, right? Just short them and give a single input. If you give 0, both will be gone as 0 and 0. See, 0 and 0, that means output is 1. So when the input you whatever input you have given is 0, output is always equal to 1. So this is the NOT gate's output. Next, if you give 1 instead of 0, if you give 1, here you will get 1 and 1. 1 1 means this both. When you give both, here both inputs are 1 1 means you are getting 0. So the output will be 0. So see, the input you have given is 1, output you are getting is 0. So that means this is acting like a NOT gate. It is complementing. One's complement is 0. Okay. So you can easily derive this NOT gate from this universal gates. Not only those, you can also derive AND gate and NOR gate as well. Sorry, AND gate and OR gate as well. You can also derive the exclusive OR gates as well. Okay. So this exclusive OR gates, we'll discuss that in the next class. We have exclusive OR gates and some other stuff to learn. So before going to that, once we'll just go through all these. Yeah, so we have the basic gates. We have learned today, what we learned is OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate come under basic gates. Okay, and universal gates, that is NAND and NOR. Is that fine? So in the next class we will see this both and remaining topics.